even want to be? Your friends, I'm not sure. The college I am deciding to go to is... Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Today is going to be a high school / college related video. So I'm a high school senior. Was a high school senior. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking about the application process, how to choose a college, how to choose where you even want to apply, and lastly, the college that I am going to. The first thing I want to talk about when you decide what college you want to choose is where do you even want to be? Like, do you want to live in your state? How far do you want to go? Do you want to go to community college nearby? Do you want to live on campus? Like, there are so many things about where you want to be. Personally, I do not want to be that far away from home. When I was younger, I definitely was like University of Miami all the way, and now I'm a senior and I don't want to go that far. I want to be able to come home when I want to come home, if that makes sense. And if I'm too far away, then I obviously can't do that. The second thing, what are you looking for in a college? For me, I want to play sports. I want to figure skate in college, and it's kind of hard to find a college that actually has a skating team. And the college that I did choose does have a skating team, not an NCAA team, but they do have a club team as long as other club teams. So if your school does not have an NCAA team, you should look into club teams or the teams where you what are they called? The teams where you play with your friends. I'm not sure what they're called. I also wanted a school where I was able to have my car. A lot of schools, like U of M, you can't have your car on campus, which really is not something I want in a college. I want to be able to get up and go. I don't want to have to worry about paying for transportation. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of me even having a car, actually. Or how much is it to have a car on campus? The school that I chose actually does not have a fee to even have your car on campus, which is very, very nice. Number 3, what size college do you want to go to? Do you want to go to a big school where all of your classes are lectures, where you have to take buses to get to the other side of your campus? I personally don't really want to go to a big school. I don't know how well I would do if I were in lectures. I would prefer to be in a school where I can focus more and have more one-on-one time with the teacher rather than just being some person in a big lecture, if that makes sense. Like, I know you can talk to your professors in big classes, but if I could have more of a chance of a professor learning my face and knowing who I am in a class rather than just somebody sitting at a desk in a huge room, it would be a lot nicer to me. The fourth thing, the acceptance rate. So some schools do have a high acceptance rate. I think the school that I chose does have a higher acceptance rate, which is fine. I don't really care. But you also have to think about if you really care enough. I don't know, if you really do want to go to a school, try anyway, no matter what the acceptance rate is. But going off of that, some applications cost money. So kind of where I've gotten it, the more expensive it is to apply, the higher tuition. All the colleges I applied for, I did not have to pay for any of my applications. I'm lucky enough that my school had application codes. You can always check your counseling office and see if your school has codes for applications. If not, well then I'm sorry. So I had a code to apply for Wayne State University, to apply for free just to see, why not. So I applied for there, and then I had a code to apply for Central. But sometimes if you look into it early, highly suggest looking into colleges early. I started in September, which is kind of late because you can start in July, I'm pretty sure. But I think that it's a lot nicer when you can, I thought it was very nice that when I applied for most of my schools, it was before you had to pay. So I don't know if that makes any sense. My school also does on-sites where an advisor of some sort comes to the school and you actually personally hand an advisor your application and you find right then and there if you got accepted, which I think is really, really nice. I did one for Grand Valley State. That's where I really wanted to go. If you are offered that you can apply for a school for free, apply for that school. Literally do it, because you never know what you can get and they might offer you a scholarship. and it could be a really good scholarship. So number 6, offers. Check your email. In my biology class as a freshman, my teacher made us take surveys and he gave it to the college board. Therefore, colleges emailed me and sent me mail, and I saved most of the mail that I could. Look at what colleges are offering you. Even if it's a college that you're not even looking into, if they're offering you something, just look into it, because there's always a chance that you could end up getting like a really good scholarship. Like, you never know. I was getting emails from Xavier and I didn't even look into them. I'm not going to Xavier, but I did apply because I could, and they ended up offering me an $84,000 scholarship. But you also have to think, even if you have a large scholarship, it doesn't mean that college is going to be cheaper, because Xavier is such an expensive school. I'm pretty sure they offered me $23,000 a year, which I'm pretty sure is more than it is to go to the school that I chose to go to. And after that, it was still like $30,000 a year, which is $20,000 almost more than what I'm going to my school. And that didn't even include housing. So make a list of what you want in your colleges. I've kind of told you everything that I want in a college, but for you, make your own personal list and go based off of that. And also apply for schools that aren't even in that range, because you might find something that you really do like, or something else. So I'm going to talk about the application process now. So basically, I just applied for a bunch of random schools. I made a list of all the colleges that I applied for, just so I knew what to look for or who to look for in my email when I was hearing back. And I also wrote a list of all the things that I needed for the application. So if they had an essay, I put the school name and then I wrote underneath it what I did or what I need to do for that application. I wrote on here, do the essay, and save those, because you might be able to use them for another school's application. The next thing I wrote is where it's at, because you don't want to go to school in the middle of nowhere. Well, unless you do want to go to school in the middle of nowhere, but I want to go to school in like a city where there's stuff to do outside of that. The school I chose has a really big mall nearby. Yeah, so just look into other colleges and take advantage of what you can have. If you
Doing this, I realized that I didn't put anything about like what the application looks like. So basically it just asks you a bunch of questions, you answer them. It's really easy. Unless they have an essay, then you can always come back and do them later. They usually let you like wait. You can use the Common App or go into each individual college's application. I prefer just to go through each individual college. I don't know, it made me feel a little more secure about the fact that I was submitting the application. Yeah, I just want to say that. You can resume.
In applications, they kind of want to know who you are, what do you do, and stuff like that. So for me, I have a lot of extracurriculars. Put as many extracurriculars as you can. It makes you look like a better student and more of somebody that they want in their school. So me, I had 3 sports on my extracurriculars, and then I had the fact that I was a wrestling manager and that I had a job, meanwhile maintaining my GPA.
I also didn't even say what my GPA is. I had a 4.0 GPA in my last report card. In the report card before that, I have a 3.7 cumulative GPA, and I mean I have to have above a 3.5 GPA because I'm an NHS too. I also put that on there. If you're an NHS or in any other clubs and stuff, put that on there. I wasn't really involved in any clubs, so I didn't say that, but yeah.
A lot of people focus a lot on their SAT, and I didn't. I got a 1080 on my ACT, and I still got accepted to all of the schools I applied for. You can get into college with a low SAT score, and if you don't want to retake it, I didn't retake it because I know that I'm really bad at tests, and I can't sit there and sit in a test for 4 hours. I just can't do it again, and I'm not putting myself through that because I don't think that I would do any better. And that's fine. You can still get into good schools with that, and you can always retake it. Personally, I didn't want to retake it. I just wanted you to know that it's not the end of the world if you don't do that good on your SAT. Unless you want to go to a really good school, like a really, really good school, like a Big Ten school or whatever. I know it's more sports, but if you want to go to a really big school with a lower acceptance rate, you do need to get that SAT score up. Literally right after my Oakland tour, I seen a family member kind of, and he was like, that's probably not a good idea to go into unless you move to California, because his niece or his daughter, I'm not quite sure, she was going for cinema and she had no luck here, and then she went to California and she did end up having some luck. So you also have to think about what you're going for and what are the odds that you're going to become successful in that major. Or you can just wing it, I guess. You can always change your major if you want to. This is my college reveal. The college I am deciding to go to is Oakland University. I really liked the vibe at that school. It felt really nice. I strongly advise that you go on a tour to your college because you learn a lot more. So I learned at my college that it's a fee-free school, which means that you don't have to pay for a lot of things that other schools qualify you to pay for. I just felt like they have a lot of benefits. If your school has an honors program, please apply for it. I applied for Oakland's honors program and I did get in, and I feel like it has more benefits. My tour guide said that she is in the honors program and there's like a social or history class that she has to take, and because she is in the honors program, she gets to take a class called Coffee Around the World or something, the class was called. But she said she sat there and they discussed different coffees from around the world. So it's an opportunity that you should take if you are given that opportunity. Basically what I'm saying here is if you have resources, use your resources. Really take advantage of what you can when you apply for a school, and really look into what you want for a school, but don't be as scared to go outside of your comfort zone, because I literally wasn't even thinking about Oakland. So that's all I have to say here. Thank you guys for watching. No matter what age you are or what grade you're in, there's always more help that you can have when choosing your college. So I really hope my tips helped you in choosing your college, or helped you look into a type of college that you want to go to and stuff. You can always go to community college. I'm not saying you have to go to university, because it is cheaper to go to community college, so don't feel like you have to go to university, and you can always transfer. So thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social medias, and check out my other videos. And I will see you guys in my next upload.